There's supposed to be this thing on the camera, like this. See? I don't know if it's important, but I don't see any way to keep it on. So I've managed to procrastinate enough to justify having to bus. So instead of biking for 2 days, I'm gonna bus for 1 day. And then the plan is to the next day visit some ruins and then bicycle to Cuenca. And then have a rest day in Cuenca, and then it's like 2 days to the border. Yeah, and which is all the time I have. Okay, I just took a bus. Yeah, it's I don't know how many hours it's been, but I don't know, maybe like 3, 4, I don't know. Feeling pretty nauseous after the bus. I'm kind of glad I didn't eat more than I did this morning. Yeah. Yeah, so just cycling now. I'm you know, I got to the town pretty early, so I figured what I was planning to do yesterday is go see some ruins, and I'm gonna go do that now. So there's 2 sites, like a bigger one and a smaller one, and the smaller one's closer. Yeah, so this is the detour to the smaller site over here. So I have to go back up this hill. But yeah, we'll see what it's like. Okay, so in theory, I think those are some Incan ruins right there. I'll go have a look at that. Got some ruins, some llamas. So I think I'm going to be visiting more and more Incan ruins because there's going to be more and more of them. I think this is actually kind of the northern part of the Incan Empire. I think they weren't very much in the area which is today Colombia. But yeah, I see a lot of Incan ruins on the map going into Peru. Some kind of little botanical flower garden. Makes me wonder if it resembles like an Incan garden. So of course, if you don't know, the Incas were the main kind of pre-Columbian civilization in South America. So they were here when the Spanish conquistadors came. So like Central America was more Aztec and Mayan, whereas South America was Incan. So what could I tell you about Incas? I don't think they invented wheels, but they had this, like, you know, well, first of all, it was a pretty big empire in the mountains, but they had this whole, like, system where, you know, people would, like, run and deliver things to places. Yeah, these couriers. So it's like almost kind of like a relay race, and then they could deliver messages and goods actually really quickly. They had a big network of roads and stuff. I think they were really into weaving as well. You know, I just watched a video on Peru recently and I'm kind of regurgitating it to some degree. I think there's not much more here. Maybe it's possible to go inside these buildings, I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah, I guess I'll go check out the other ruins. I think I don't have very high expectations for anything, but I think it's all about, like, just trying to go lots of places, and then I think eventually something will be quite cool. I didn't see this path earlier over here, so I'm kind of checking it out. Yeah, just looking at things. I mean, a lot of this is like really worn down, so it's kind of just rock, but it's interesting, right? Like, you kind of wonder what are all these, like, rectangular indents for? And it's what's over here is quite different from the kind of brickwork over here. See, there's stuff like this, and then there's stuff like this. I found yet another path. I guess it was kind of a loop right here. Yeah, I don't know what I'm allowed to step on and what I'm not allowed to step on. Maybe I won't step on things if I don't have to. These look kind of modern. Those circles. Okay. So now I'm walking back up this hill with a bunch of dogs barking at me. As long as they don't chase me, I don't really mind. Okay, so there's the ruins over there. Yeah, you have to go with a tour with a guide, but it only costs $2. But I do have to wait for almost an hour, so that's a bit too bad, but it's okay. So I'm gonna start over here, and or maybe it goes in order, like A, B, C, D, F, G, H, or maybe not. Maybe D is out of place, out of order. Okay, so I'm reading about the buildings here. I think it's kind of hard to interpret the broken English over here, but yeah, looks like, I think A is like some kind of temple. B also has some kind of religious function. I guess there's an astronomical function to both of these as well. And B is also called the House of Virgins for some reason. C, I'm not sure what it is, but there were a lot of female skeletons located here. D is something to do with waterfall channels for the sake of ritual purposes. E is a warehouse for food supply, and I think H also has to do with food storage. And G also had some kind of military purposes. Yeah, I don't know. You could see like the English here. It's pretty shaky, you know.
No, bonita vista para las fotos.
So I didn't pick up which buildings or which, but over there, if you could see, that's kind of an authentic Incan road. Yeah. So we came from over there. Yeah, it's the Incan road again, right here. Okay, so from what I remember from the model and the doors, I think this is some kind of waterfalls created for ritual purposes. I think this is some kind of storage area. Let's see what it says over here. Yeah, I think so. Well, it points to those exact two things. Topography in determined areas of agricultural use. Some kind of bathroom water source. I think this is the main attraction over here. I think some kind of sun eclipse temple thing.
Este era el famoso, era el templo del sol. Templo del sol. Esto no ha pegado por esto. Esto dice que no han pegado. Eso quiere decir que queda cero. No sé cómo lo
Tomar fotografía y por acá mismo la cara del Inca.
Eclipse or the temple of the sun. The sun or eclipse temple, I guess you could say. Which is this thing where we just were. Okay, so the tour is done. There's a little this little hike. I'll probably just do some of it. Oh, what's this? I mean, anything with a spiral is like freaky, right? Maybe. Yeah, surely this relates. But yeah, there's like a longer hike and a shorter hike. And I'm doing the start of the longer hike. And there's some kind of other path there.
No sale de ahí, me sale.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go back. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to bicycle to another town where the hotels are cheaper, because this place is pretty touristy apparently. So I think like cheapest here is probably like $25, and I think I could get that down to at least 15 in another place. Yeah, so that's 16 kilometers away. There's like a bit over 300 meters of climbing, and a little more downhill, I think.